49 with a 33.77, Karina Capron. In the next match, number 6 with a 33.32, Natalie Kent will be bowling number 3 with a 34.22, Lauren Hunter. Our 7th seed with a 32.89, Madison Colston will be bowling our 2nd seed with a 35.35, Morgan Davis. There you go. Our 8th seed with a 32.77, Isabella Romano will be bowling our number 1 seed with a 37.19, Victoria Verano. In the U12 boys, our 5th seed with a 35.91, John Nunn will be bowling our 4th seed with a 36.12, Dylan Pulsuin. Our 6th seed with a 35.31, Harley Shane will be bowling our 3rd seed with a 36.14, Rylan Brees. Our 7th seed with a 35.01, Robert Davis will be bowling our 2nd seed with a 36.35, Ethan Collier. And our 8th seed with a 34.96, Dylan Adams will be bowling our number 1 seed with a 37.84, Brandon Bond. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Brandon. All right. These athletes will be bowling in a double elimination bracket. Each division match will consist of 2 games where total pinfall will determine the winner. The higher seed bowler will have lane choice. The player on the left will start the match. In the event a match is tied after 2 games, a 1-ball roll-off will occur until the tie is broken. Once an athlete loses 2 matches, they will be eliminated from the event. Simply follow the lane numbers on your division's bracket board to determine where you will bowl the next game. Pinfall from the qualifying games and advancers round will not be carried over into the double elimination bracket match play competition. Athletes, once again, you will enter your scores on your recap sheet. Once your match is over, turn in your recap sheet to a tournament official. 1 lane courtesy is in effect and will be monitored by the tournament staff. We will update scores after each match once the scores have been verified by tournament officials. Each and every one of you has shown us why you deserve to be here and why you are the best of the best. We look forward to naming the male and female members of Junior Team USA 2018. U12 bowlers, please step off the approach. Practice has concluded. Oh, your lanes are now, U12 bowlers, your lanes are now being turned on for your 10 minutes of practice. Advancers round U20 boys, practice has concluded. Please, no more practice. Spectators and guests, let's give these finalists a round of applause as they begin their competition. Athletes, you may now begin bowling for score. Good luck and great bowling.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Bowl TV for the 2017 Junior Gold Championships presented by the Brands of Ebonite International. My name is Aaron Smith. I'm sitting alongside Matt Cannizzaro. And we are here for the We're here for the under 12 and, or excuse me, the under 12 boys and girls match play rounds. Taking place at Game of Wickliffe. Wickliffe, excuse me, been a long day already. Here in the greater Cleveland area. So I'll get you a recap of how we got here and what is up next. This is the opening round. 8 boys and 8 girls have advanced through the first advancers round. That's the only advancers round for this one. The older divisions, U15 and U20, are actually bowling a second advancers round at the moment. So for the girls, we started with 18 this morning. Now down to the 8. 35 boys. Now down to 8 as well. Now bowling head-to-head in a double elimination bracket. Matches consist of 2 games with total pinfall determining the winner. Of course, with the double elimination format. Those who do not win in this opening round will head to the contenders bracket and have a chance to work their way through for a chance to contend for the title on CBS Sports Network. Our opening round matches here on Bowl TV on lanes 57 and 58. We have the 3-6 matchup. The 3 seed Rylan Brees joining us from Wilmington, North Carolina, qualified 3rd overall with a 36 of 14 20 game total. That's just a skosh above a 180 average. He is taking on Harley Sheen of San Jose, California, his 6th overall qualifier at a 35-31 total. It's about 176.5. Harley with the early advantage here, clean through 2. On the girls' side, also the 3-6 matchup as Lauren Hunter up on lane 60, clean through 2. Connects for her first strike. Lauren from Smithton, Illinois. Sounds like a quality town to me. With a 34-22 total, that's a 171 average. She's taking on Natalie Kent of Newark, New York, the daughter of USBC Hall of Famer Doug Kent. Natalie was 6th with a 33-32 total for a 166 and change average for her 20 games so far. Other matches going on in the U12 boys bracket. Top overall seed Brandon Bone of Jackson, New Jersey, had a big set, including a 278 in the finale, the highest game on the U12 side so far in the 2017 event. To take over the top spot, he is taking on Dylan Adams of Midlothian, Texas. We have the 5 seed John Nunn of Jacksonville, Florida, taking on Dylan Bolazan from New City, New York, the 4 seed. 2 seed Ethan Collier from Greer, South Carolina. He's taking on the 7 seed Robert Davey of Temple, Texas. Of course, our feature match here, Harley taking on Ryland. On the girls' side, Victoria Verano continued to lead from Stony Point, New York. The younger sister of PWBA Tour star Danielle McCune. Led the way with a 37-19 total for 20 games. That's a 185.95 average. She is taking on Isabella Romano from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Isabella, the 8 seed, sneaking in by 2 pins. Other matches going on right now. Karina Capron from Fremont, Nebraska, the 4 seed, taking on Jenna Hedgepeth of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Jenna, the 5 seed. And Morgan Davis from North Richland Hills, Texas, the 2 seed, taking on Madison Colston of Seminole, Florida, the 7 seed. So those are your 16 competitors on the lanes right now. So now, after technically 5 days of qualifying, if you will, for traditional rounds, 4 games apiece, hitting 4 different centers. Surviving the first cut and making the second here earlier today at this 84-lane venue. Now, the pace kind of changes, everything kind of changes. Pinfall drops, everyone back to square one, back to 0. And it's all about what you can do in your 20 frames against your opponent. Question in the chat, how many rounds are we playing today? On the U12 side, both the boys and the girls will go all the way until we know our winners. Or I shouldn't say our winners, our finalists. Our winners of the day for their side of the bracket. But so we'll be here live for that all day for the, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, the kids in the older divisions, U15 and U20. They're actually bowling another advancers round at the moment before they get down to their top 16 for match play. So they'll have their first 2 rounds of match play later tonight. But the U12 competitors will know where they're sitting at.
All right, folks, our opening games getting ready to come to a close here on our featured pairs, and all around us, again, down to the top 8 boys and top 8 girls here in the U12 division at the 2017 Junior Gold Championships, and almost a break there for Natalie Kent, but can't get the 9 to go. So she leads here in our opening game against Lauren Hunter. She's going to be up 26 here going into the 10th frame. A tough break there for Harley Sheen now. Got out to a good start and an advantage here, but has fallen behind now. Just past the halfway point. Again, these are 2-game matches. Total pinfall determined 2 advances. Double elimination, so 1 loss just means a longer road to the CBS Sports Network, but still a possibility. And by day's end, we'll know our 2 finalists in each category for tomorrow's TV show. Shows will be taped for delayed broadcast, and the U12 show schedules to air Tuesday night, so right around the corner now. Check your local listings for CBS Sports Network to see exactly when that will be happening. All part of an ongoing relationship between USBC and CBS Sports Network to bring all these great events to your living room. So remember to watch, tune in, give your feedback, set your DVRs, whatever you need to do. And a nice variety of competition from these youngsters here in the U12 division all the way up to some of your favorites on the Professional Women's Bowling Association Tour. So no shortage of bowling on TV.
Great shot there from Lauren. They're going to be looking at Tally with a miss. Harley has a both players.
All right, game 2 underway on both pairs now. Natalie Kent with the advantage coming into game 2, but Lauren Hunter starting strong with 3 consecutive strikes. So keep the calculators handy here as we get down towards the end of game number 2. 2-game totals will determine who advances and who heads to the elimination bracket here in the U12 division, 2017 Junior Gold Championships. And to our left, Ryland with a 21-pin lead over Harley. All right, Aaron, challenge for the day. To get Ryland Breeze to crack a smile. He is a intense competitor here in our boys match. Leading after 1. Spare strike to start here in game 2. But very focused.
Tough break there for Harley. He looks like he's pretty close. Just needs to get that ball to tilt it just a tad more. Gets into the mix zone, but leaves the 5-7. Let's see if he can make a run here. Great cover. Nicely done, Harley. Lauren Hunter, 3 in a row to start. 10-pin in the 4th frame has quickly made up that deficit. Was down 34 after 1. Right in the mix of things against Natalie Kent. Four out of 5, Lauren Hunter. Looking to change the momentum of this match. And it is amazing how quickly momentum can swing. Bowlers talk about how quick that time, you know, when you get to TV, 1-game matches, how quickly it can go through. 2's not much more than that, so it's about filling frames, taking advantage when you have the chance. Ryland asking for the big wheel. Doesn't get it. Leaves the 7. Natalie hoping to trip that 9 out.
So with as challenging as the lane conditions are, spares very important. Always important anyway, but even more so when it's a grind out type condition. And for these young players, they're going to get the hang of these tougher patterns as they graduate from U12 to U15 to U20. A lot of great shots being thrown just like that one by Ryland, but a lot of times there's going to be something left on the deck. And making your spares this week definitely would have kept you around the top 8, let alone in the cut.
Lauren Hunter 4 out of 5 to start. Looking to keep the momentum going. Asking for a little help on the Brooklyn side, crossing over. Leaves the 10.
All right, in case Aaron hasn't mentioned it, since we started this opening round of match play, Harley Sheen already headed to TV. He'll be part of the U12 team from the Pacific Southwest, competing for the U12 title at the USA Bowling National Championships here. That also will be one of the 5 TV shows taped for delayed broadcast tomorrow here at Game of Wickliffe. We're in the Cleveland area. So now Harley with a 1 in 8 chance, 2 in 8 chance really, to make the TV show again. That'd be a heck of a day for him tomorrow.
Certainly would be exciting to get on TV just once, but back to back. I believe that's how it would work as well, with the way just the shows are structured of the tapings. So I believe we start with the Junior Gold under 12, followed by USA Bowling 12 and under.
Well, if only there was a place. And there it is, TV taping starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. First one will be the U12 girls and U12 boys, followed by USA Bowling U12, USA Bowling U15, and then we'll get to Junior Gold under 15 boys and girls, and then the big one, the under 20s, going out there to put on a show, and all of those will air in the coming weeks starting Tuesday night on CBS Sports Network.
Fantastic shot there from Natalie, looking to take advantage of the open frame in the 7th from Lauren. Ryland was working on a double before the 3, 6, 9, 10 popped up. Covers it though like a seasoned vet. How much would you be smiling if you picked up a 2, 4, 7, 8? As a left-hander, of course.
I would be absolutely thrilled. That is among the toughest pairs, I believe. Right up there with the bucket. And for me, the 7-pin.
Looks like we got a ball change here. Still can't quite get the ball all the way up the hill. Have some work here in the back half of the finale. Once again, if you're just joining us, this is the opening round of match play for the U12 boys and girls at the 2017 Junior Gold Championships, presented by the brands of Ebonite International, Ebonite Columbia 300 Hammer and Track. Harley records the strike in the 7th. But will Ryland give him a chance? Really settled in these past few frames. Kicks the pins around there. in the 7th so far has added another 22 to the 21 he was already up after game 1.
I don't know why I want to start calling Ryland Lil Belmo for some reason, but a lot of these bowlers that they mentioned on their questionnaires who their favorite players are, and quite a few two-handers in the field, and I would venture to say, just a wild guess, that Ryland probably had Belmonte listed on his paperwork.
Would you take that friendly wager?
I would definitely make that bet.
It's conveniently covered by the fine tool right now, but let's see. Ah, Jason Belmonte. Belmo, we just got to see that guy a few weeks ago in Las Vegas at the USBC Open Championships, helping to inspire the next generation. Definitely saw quite a few two-handers in the just the U12 boys round of 35, if you will. Our girls match going to be very close till the end here. Natalie was up 34 heading into this game. Oh, there's a pretty good shot coming back from the missed single pin. Didn't think it was going to be staring down a 4-9. So 356, the official tally for Natalie Kent. So Lauren Hunter will need a mark in order to stay in the winner's bracket. Would need a 200 on the nose to get to 357. For a quick second there was flirting with a similar fate. So the 410 up there for a brief moment. Ryland is going to move on in the winner's bracket. Uh-oh. Gets over there. Just enough. We got some family members sitting right next to us who may need to take a second or two to breathe after that one. You don't have to hit it hard though, just enough to knock it down. So now just a few pins of count, and Lauren Hunter will win this match. So 362 to 356, Lauren Hunter records the win over Natalie Kent. boys feature mat, Ryland Breeze 376. Harley Sheen 321. So
All right, so round one coming to a close all around us. 8 boys, 8 girls left here in the U12 division at the 2017 Junior Gold Championships here in the Cleveland area. We'll let these final matches finish up. We'll get reset. And we'll have our second round coming up in just a few moments. You're watching the action live here on Bowl TV with Matt Canizaro and Aaron Smith. We're going to take a quick jump over to one of our other broadcasts. We've got 4 going from all around town, different age groups. So pick your favorite group, favorite player. Keep an eye on things. And we'll be right back in just a few minutes with our second round here from the U12 division at the 2017 Junior Gold Championships. All right, folks, welcome back to Bowl TV. Matt Canizaro and Aaron Smith here at Game of Wickliffe in Wickliffe, Ohio. The under 12 match play portion here at the 2017 Junior Gold Championships. And talked to the staff in the office just a moment ago, and with the brackets happening and the U20 boys doing their thing down in their final advancers round, they're working on all the scores, but they'll get the brackets updated as soon as possible. But in the meantime, Mr. Smith spent some time in front of the bracket board, fought through the crowds, and he's got the details for you. Right now, our featured matches here. John Nunn taking on Dylan Adams here on 57 and 58. And on the girls' side, it is Jenna Hedgepath and Isabella Romano. And according to my sources, both are winners bracket matches. And Mr. Smith will give you the rundown on the rest of the action here. We've got, again, 8 boys and 8 girls left in the field here in the U12 division. Double elimination. And there's 2 game matches. Total pinfall determines who advances and who goes to the elimination bracket. And now at this point, half the bowlers in the elimination bracket, so we're going to say goodbye to 2 players after this round. And with that, Mr. Smith, take it away.
Thanks, Matt. Yes, unfortunately, we have gotten to that point where 2 competitors will be seeing their Junior Gold Championships run come to an end in the next 2 games, but the great thing is still in the mix. Matt already mentioned a pair of winners bracket matches going on in front of us, including, if you look up there, we still got the seeds coming into match play. Dylan Adams, the 8 seed, Isabella Romano, the 8 seed. So they both knocked off the top seed in their respective division in the opening match. So once again, when you get to this point, the success throughout the week, obviously still something you can rely on, but that pinfall number, you know, that cushion, if you will, for some of the folks who have been bowling well throughout, kind of goes away, and you have to reset, get back to square one, and got to be able to beat your opponent over the course of 20 frames. Our other winners bracket matches on the boys' side taking place on 53 and 54. Rylan Brees, who we saw in the last match, number 3 overall seed, is taking on Ethan Collier, the 2 seed. In the elimination bracket right now, the top overall seed, Brandon Bone, taking on number 4, Dylan Bulazan. The other match, number 7, Robert Davey, taking on number 6, Harley Sheen. On the girls' side, joining Jenna and Isabella in the winners bracket are Morgan Davis and Lauren Hunter. We saw Lauren make a run and convert a tricky floor pin there to advance to the next round. So that's our other winners bracket match, currently taking place on 63 and 64. On the elimination bracket side for the girls, top seed Victoria Verano is taking on number 4 seed Karina Capron. And on the high end, Natalie Kent taking on Madison Colston, also an elimination match. So no re-oil. If you stuck through it all, you didn't see any lane machines go by. Players got a few minutes of practice after everyone finished up and we got names back up. And now we're back at it again. Game 1, round 2. Here in match play at the 2017 Junior Gold Championships.
Well, we got ourselves an insider tip about Dylan Adams. And we know his supporters here. Tyson Brannigan and Daniel Adams, both coming from the DFW area. Standing back here watching closely. Said he's only been bowling on competitive conditions for just a few months. So looking pretty comfortable here, making his way into the top 8 here at Junior Gold in this U12 division, and now taking down the #1 seed in the open round of match play. And now here he is looking for 4 in a row here on our featured pair to start this game, and he gets it. So the young two-hander getting comfortable on these challenging lane conditions and
getting very comfortable.
Looking good here in match number 2. Pretty amazing to see all these young bowlers up for the challenge as Adams trips the 4 for the front 5 now. But all these bowlers taking on these lane conditions this week, a variety for sure. Really testing their skills for potential international competition. Long, short, medium, and we have no idea. That's the even crazier part, that they're going out there and doing work. Watching the ball reaction, making the moves, and doing what they can with a pretty simple 5-ball arsenal. And nothing but positivity around. We don't hear a lot of chatter about that type of thing this week. They're just out there knocking down pins, doing what they love, having a nice summer vacation. And now the best of the best left here in this U12 division.
Hedgepath starts with a 4 out of 5. Romano still clean. Finds herself down 24, could be 34 if Jenna can put together one more strike here. So they hit the halfway point of game 1. John Nunn throwing pins around. Powerful two-hander. How about that? Nice cover, Jenna. Taking care of the 3-6-7 to stay clean. Awesome cover.
All right, Adams' run comes to an end at 5 with the ring 10 on lane 58. Nunn catching some momentum here as we make the turn into the second half of this opening game. So a lot of strikes being thrown here in our boys match, but could come down to a couple of spares. So again, we talked about this a little bit at the USA Bowling National Championships, and that single pin spare, and especially in these long format events, those add up. You gotta stay on top of those for sure. Probably not gonna throw a whole lot of strikes on these conditions. So spare shooting has to be on point, and it usually translates to good things, and especially as you get to this portion of the event where you have the best players, that could be the ultimate difference. I'm not speaking from personal experience at all, of course.
I didn't say anything.
All right, so a pair of spares for Adams. Nunn's going to step up, try to close the gap a little bit. He's working on 3 in a row. And Hedgepath with the split conversion maintains her lead here as we get into the back half of game 1 in our girls match.
Both John and Dylan trying to get the ball to about the same point down lane. John maybe a little bit further left. Has found the right look. Jenna very animated up there. I like it though, off camera, you can't see it, but good sport as well. Definitely cheering on her opponent.
Brackets are updated online. Just go to bowl.com/juniorgold. Click on the results tab and you'll be able to select any round you'd like to see, including the brackets.
Just sounds like you were checking up on me. Romano takes care of the baby split.
Well, it's not official till it's on the internet, right? After today's action, we'll have a recap for you on Bull.com. We'll know our two finalists for the U12 TV show. And then we'll have the field narrowed down quite a bit for our other divisions. Got match play taking place all afternoon and into the evening. Last round starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So plenty of action here on Bull TV. We'll talk to our finalists once they're determined and try to pick out some exciting storylines to put out there and let the TV folks take over and do the rest and tell you all about these players, some of whom will possibly watch grow up right here on Bull TV.
Certainly have seen that transition over the course of time. We talked a little bit about Shannon Pluhowski being here helping out the sport as a Ohio native. Checking out here, she was actually volunteering here at the event, but three-time junior gold champion. Of course, she made her way into the University of Nebraska.
Of course,
did some cool things there.
Her success at junior gold predates live streaming, so not a whole lot of footage, I'm sure, of that, but the good news is you get to see her all the time on TV now as a PWBA Tour standout. Her and another three-time junior gold winner. Can you name that player, Mr. Smith?
I can.
Are you going to?
Oh, that wasn't part of the question. Yes. Then Stephanie Nation, now Stephanie Johnson. She's going to be spending some time on CBS Sports Network coming up here very shortly.
So, and for your viewing pleasure, starting Tuesday night in the booth, Marshall Holman making an appearance. Alongside Dave Ryan is the rumor. Looking forward to hearing their thoughts on these young, talented players. Holman, of course, coming up in an era where his buddy Mark Roth revolutionized the game a little bit. Now we see the two-handed style relatively dominant here at Junior Gold this year, so I'm sure we'll see one or two or more on those TV shows.
Nice opening game from Jenna. Gets to 213. Clean 213 with a few tricky spare conversions in there. Had a split, had a what I affectionately call the bucket and a biscuit. Took care of them all. 213, nice opening game. John Nunn showing the power right now.
7-bagger now. He's up in the 10th. He can get to 246 this game. And Dylan Adams started with the front 5. Hasn't struck since, however. He can get to 244. So it'll be a close one going into game 2. Some excitement for the Bowl TV fans. Compared to our left, top seed Brandon Bone leading Dylan Bolasan. Those players facing elimination after losing in the opening round of match play. Got 4 players in the elimination bracket. 2 of them will see their 2017 Junior Gold event come to an end here in just a few minutes. We started this week in the U12 division, 243 boys, 124 girls, 35 advanced on the boys side, 18 for the girls. And now we're down to just the top 8 in each category. So already an accomplishment in itself. So for one lucky winner in each division, they'll get to hoist those trophies on TV. The rest, something to build on for next year. A few might return to our U12 division. Others will graduate to the U15, like previous winners Spencer Robarge, Hannah Diem, among others. So looking forward to seeing their success as they work their way up. All right, another multi-pin spare here for Jenna. So that really making a huge difference here. If you're gonna leave it, pick it up. And she is doing just that. Was clean in the opening game, taking advantage over Isabella Romano. In our other match, we'll have a pin respotted here. Potentially a 1-pin match going into game 2. A nail biter.
Romano down 34 after game one, getting the hit on the 4-9. So still looking to get the pin set correctly on 58. Both players clean through two in game two on 59 and 60. Jenna's gonna take the hit, crossing over. Now we're cooking with gas again. So 3-pin advantage for John Nunn after one, 234 to 231. Dylan able to get that ball a little bit further to the right. Able to connect for a result. We got to see a lot in the early going to game one. Jenna continues on, filling frames one by one. It's up at 34 and gonna add a few more pins onto that.
Got some mood lighting here. As we get down to the final stages of this U12 bracket. Pretty soon it'll be just us and a couple of finalists hanging out. and Tyson Brannigan, former collegiate standout. Bowled 800 at the Open Championships. He knows one or two things about bowling. Now here this week to help represent the Brands of Ebonite. Terrific supporter, sponsor, presenter of this week's Junior Gold Championships. Glad to have those guys on hand. On one of our additional broadcasts earlier, we had Dave Watka, Bill O'Neill, the face of Hammer almost. I don't know, Adam Bartas making his way in there as well now. So great insight from those talented players. Bill O'Neill, of course, a former Team USA member. So some great insight about wearing the red, white, and blue, I'm sure, as well as handling the variety of lane conditions these players are seeing this week. And over across town, we've also got Emil Williams Jr. and Craig Elliott on separate broadcasts, showcasing all of the great talent in town, U15, U20, and here we are watching some U12 action here at the Game of Wickliffe. We're watching a spare shooting clinic by Jenna Hedgepath. She maintains her lead. Spares. A big impact in this match with Isabella Romano. Like a couple matches ending already, but not putting the plus minus up there anymore for us. We're just going to have to wait and be surprised to see who shows up next round. Staff said they will have the brackets updated after each round, so you can check again at bowl.com/juniorgold and see what's what here. And our top seed on the girls' side, Victoria Verano, younger sister of Danielle McEwen, PWBA star, Team USA standout. Things not going well for Victoria here. She already went to the elimination bracket in the opening round. And down by more than 100 pins just this game alone to Karina Capron. But as Aaron talked about earlier, once you get to this portion of the event, anything really can happen. And being that it's only 8 who advance, not that huge separation maybe in the scores. And of course, being the number 1 seed comes with some confidence, but when it's only down to the top 8, not as impactful as if they were the top 64, and not as huge an upset if 64 takes down number 1, but a little challenging when all that pinfall goes away. And you had a great event, led the way, but your reward for all that, of course, is a spot in match play and a chance to win it all. So that's all you can ask for. You played to the format and then try to take advantage when you can, just like our number 8 seeds both did in our opening round of match play. They snuck in, they got to match play, and they took advantage to advance past the number 1 seed. So to be among the top 8 in the whole country. It's pretty good stuff.
For Victoria, that's she's putting her shoes on, so I believe that's going to be the end of her tournament run, as Karina finishes with 2:37 that game. But back-to-back 7th place finishes for Victoria. Probably a little disappointed right now, but always something positive to work on heading down the road. In the few years that I got on you in this tournament, Mr. Cannizzaro, including when I was around for the very first U12 championships, 2014, and you know, it's very commonplace to talk about the importance of spares. But from what I'm, just from the small sample size, Jenna's going to be tough to beat. Just because her spare game, pretty much no doubt in this showing right here. And obviously to get this far, going to take you a long way too.
Well, to come out 2-0, also a big opportunity for these players.
Well, certainly you get the next round off, so you get a chance to sit back, maybe get a little bit bigger meal. We'll have the elimination bracket coming up next here on Bowl TV in the U12 at 4 p.m. Eastern.
So going 2-0, of course that puts you with a 50% chance of making the TV show, and then still undefeated, have to get beaten twice. So Jenna's got to be liking her position right now. And plenty of cheers happening off to our right, but I can't see the scoreboard from here. I don't know if Aaron can see it, but
well, very close game individually between Morgan Davis and Lauren Hunter.
There's our other winner's bracket match here on the girls' side. And here in the boys, we haven't talked about them too much here in the last few minutes, but John Nunn entered this game with a 3-pin advantage, and now working on 4 strikes in his first 5 frames to really pull ahead of Adams.
Yeah, John definitely has the ball speed here, where a few of the other U12s who are also attacking the lanes in the two-handed variety kind of see that over under a little bit more. John, there's a little bit more of his strength and ball speed he can generate. He's been able to find a pretty nice line to the 1-3 here in this round. Very deliberate. Getting to the line. Sticking to his pre-shot routine. Switches to one hand for spares. Impressive performance from Jenna Hedgepath. 213 and 205 for a 418 total in a win over Isabella Romano, who had a 357.
Some excitement, more cheering, a lot of strikes down on the far side, but we will wait patiently for the brackets to be updated to see what's happening. We know we're saying goodbye to 2 players in each division in this game. We know Victoria Verano is one of them on the girls' side. It also will be either Madison Colston or Natalie Kent.
It appears our match on 57-58 will be the final one of the round. I believe the girls are all finished up here in round 2. One other match on the boys' side, one pair to our left, Brandon Bone and Dylan Bullazon. I believe Brandon held the slight advantage heading into game 2. Now working on 4 strikes in a row after a few early spares. Makes it 5 in a row there. First open in game 2 for John in the 7th frame, but has built up an advantage. Dylan Adams with a strike in the 7th. Could cut it to under 30 pins. He's able to throw a few strikes here, but still may need a little bit of help from John along the way. Nice bounce back shot there after the open.
Aaron, it looks like Harley Sheen is backing things up here on the boys' side. But he's not going anywhere. He's got a TV show tomorrow. The U12 USA Bowling National Championships. This Pacific Southwest team. So we look forward to seeing him on CBS Sports Network coming up in August. And in our other elimination match, one pair to our left, looks like it's going to be Dylan Bolson saying goodbye. Perhaps. Didn't quite catch the score of that first game. Thought Brandon Bone had the advantage. And in position to have a higher score this game as well. But we'll wait for the official tally. And we'll watch the final frames here of this match between Nunn and Adams.
Trying to put some late pressure here. Delivers a double, the 8th and the 9th.
Came into this match, this game, 3 pins apart. Max score for Adams, 208. Nunn still can get to 235. Need a double somewhere in there. Best he can do without a double. 205.
Sean gets the mixer in the 9th. Good count, gets him into the 2-0s. So would need the spare to shut out.
So he was very animated on that 4-pin, but if you're going to leave anything, I think this one is relatively makeable.
Hits a dead center.
But
now just needs to keep it on the lane, get a few pins. Sean will be one step closer. Sometime on CBS Sports Network. That'll be a winner, Sean Nunn. After a bit of a slow start, his first few frames settled in. 234 in the opener, 213 here in game 2 to get to 447. Dylan Adams going to fall a little bit short, but good news. Still in the tournament.
Well, one of those situations where two bowlers just did the right things and made good shots, and most matches this score would win. Looking across the house, not a lot of 200 games, not a lot of folks in the plus, but Adams going to be well over that plus number, and Just ran into, I don't want to be cliche here, so ran into a tough opponent who was able to string a few more strikes.
Is it not wanting to be cliche? Oh, holy cow. 7-9 conversion to wrap things up for Dylan Adams. Doing it the hard way. Holy cow. Dylan bowled great, 427. Just not enough though. John Nunn, 447. So that's going to wrap up this round here. We were much more impressed by the 7-9 than Dylan was. But all right, that's going to do it for right now here on Bowl TV. We see Mr. Nestor getting the Kegel Flex ready to do its job. So we're going to turn the cameras off for a quick second. We'll be back approximately, probably not 4 p.m. Eastern. That was the original scheduled start time. We got to wax them up. Going to have practice. So probably going to be a few minutes later than that. We'll see if we can get an ETA. But that's going to do it for now. So for the first 2 rounds of the under-12 boys and girls divisions here at the 2017 Junior Gold Championships presented by the Brands of Ebonite International. Signing off, Matt Canzaro. I'm Aaron Smith. We'll be back in a few here on Bowl TV. Be sure to check out our other channels going on right now for under 20 and under 15 advancers round action on Bowl TV. Thanks again.